Hi guys. So today turn to Psalm, the sixth Psalm, Psalm 6, chapter 6, if you will. So my pug's in here, so if there's barking in the background, you'll know why. So just ignore him. So turn to Psalms chapter 6, a prayer of faith in time of distress. And it's a Psalm of David. So, yeah. So I'm just going to read this. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, you know. I know it's the same hoodie as yesterday. Different shirt, though. This is a different shirt. So, not being dirty, just different. Just wearing the same hoodie twice. I didn't wear this all day yesterday, too. So it's not like all sweaty or anything. It's just comfortable. And I'm trying to turn my fan on. But it's not working. The red light's coming on. But it's not working. I don't get it. Not even the light's working. So it's gonna be quiet today. We're starting in verse 1. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger, nor chasten me in your hot displeasure. Have mercy on me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are troubled. My soul is greatly troubled, but you, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver me. O save me for your mercy's sake. So just the first 4 verses. In that last verse, I want to check what it says in a different translation, because I'm using New King James, which is hard to understand sometimes, but the one of the other translations of it is it's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Psalm 6, 4. So the ESV says, "Turn, O Lord, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love." Yeah, so that was the one that I was thinking of. Steadfast love is a good way to put that. But what I want to talk today a little bit is about worship. Now, Psalms were like songs, not like the same that we have today, not worship songs, the same that we have today, but they were like prayers and songs. They were a form of worship for David, the different psalmists that performed them. Because there's a lot of psalms. There's a lot of ways to worship the Lord. If you just by reading through these, very poetic. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So yesterday, during the evening, right, it was Wednesday, so we do youth group. So yesterday I was feeling pretty discouraged for a specific reason. I won't get into now, but I was feeling pretty discouraged. And it was only through worship that I was able to be pulled out of that a little bit, you know? I remember I went to my room, tried reading Romans, because I like the book of Romans a lot. That didn't work, that didn't really help too much. So, kind of just sat in there for a couple hours, an hour or two, and just listen to worship music and just trying to get my mind off it, because nothing was distracting me from it, So that happened. I went to youth group. It was a good message. I came back and was able to relax a little bit, but it was only through worship that God was able to pull me out of that, right? It's because I think it's because for me, when I worship God, it's like I take the focus off myself, and it helps me when I'm glorifying Him. It's not, I'm not thinking about myself, So that's and if you read through Psalms, there's a lot of Psalms. Like this one, Psalm 6 starts with David asking the Lord not to rebuke him. And by the end of it, he's saying, so verse 10 says, "Let all my enemies be ashamed and greatly troubled. Let them turn back and be ashamed suddenly. So by the end of it, he's feeling bold enough to rebuke his enemies, you know? And that happens in a lot of them. If you read through the different Psalms, he starts off depressed or discouraged and not wanting to do anything, and then by the end of the Psalm, he's ready to throw down with like another Goliath, you know? Which, it's not always David writing these, but it's a little bit encouraging to know that the dude who beat literal giant as a kid, I mean, he's probably like teenager or something, but like the dude who did that got discouraged at a lot of different times, and the way that he was able, but he didn't even have the words of Jesus, the words of Paul, the words. At this point, he had very little of the Old Testament. I don't even know if he was able to read through all of them, you know. So, what David had was worshiping the Lord, was praying to the Lord, was seeking Him in his spirit alone, and that seemed to work. So I want to encourage you guys to read your Bibles, stay consistent with your devotional life, because I think that's a lot of the time how we end up losing track and slipping into sin is when we don't do that. But it's also, worship is how you can take your eyes off yourself. When you glorify God, it's like sometimes it's like there's nothing more important than that, you know. So if you're not really good at worshiping, start getting used to it, because it's a very, very helpful thing, and the Lord loves it. So it's for Him. I'm not saying to do it for yourself, but do it for the Lord, and He will help you through these problems. Even if you don't feel like He can, thank Him in advance for it, and through worship, and He won't leave you. You know. So 7 minutes. I will leave you guys. Want to say hi to Frankie? Frankie? He doesn't want to move, but see you guys tomorrow. That was a wave, okay, not a salute of any kind.